Hey, it's Ben, and I'm here to answer your questions from the internet. All right, looks like we have a question from Zach. Zach asked, if someone who has never welded before wants to enroll in your welding school, what's the best advice that you would give? I think there's an easy answer for that, and that's just hard work and dedication. Welding is one of those things that doesn't necessarily come easy to anybody, but it requires a lot of trial and error, which means you're going to make a lot of mistakes in learning how to weld. That can be very frustrating, so just mentally preparing yourself before you start, that's probably my best advice. Question number 2 from Ashley. What industries do most of our graduates hire into? That is a great question, Ashley. So obviously we're a pipe welding school here at Elite. So a lot of our students go into the process pipe industry. There's a lot of contractors around our area here in the Cincinnati area that specialize in that. With that said, we've had students that have gone on and hired into companies like SpaceX in Texas or GE Aviation with airplanes or jet engines. All right, question number 3. This one comes from Jason. Jason asked, what percentage of graduates obtain a full-time welding job straight out of our program? That's a great question. So roughly the answer is about 90% of all of our graduates end up working full-time either the week after or really close to graduation. Here at Elite, we do job placements for life. So what that means is we want to kind of follow along your career path and kind of keep in touch with you guys after you graduate, just so you can always reach back out to us if you ever run into any hurdles or anything like that. Stuff happens in our industry all the time. It can be unpredictable. Next question comes from Tony. Tony asks, how much can I get in grants and scholarships in the financial aid process for my studies at Elite Welding Academy? That's a great question. When you apply for financial aid or a FAFSA, just about everybody that applies for a FAFSA, you'll see Pell Grant. The amount that our students can get in a Pell Grant, the max allowed is $7,395 to go towards your tuition cost. That doesn't mean that everybody gets that full amount, because as you know, if you've ever filled out a FAFSA, it's always based off you or your family's prior income. So that number is going to be different from everybody. Now, as far as scholarships go, there's a lot of America Weld Society scholarships and plenty of other even high schools have their own scholarships that some of our students have utilized. So the best thing to do there is just inquire about any and every scholarship opportunity with welding that you can. And obviously anything that you get would go toward your tuition. Now, the way you would find out for sure what that Pell Grant number is for you is just to go ahead and apply. Use Elite Welding Academy school code when you apply for your FAFSA. That number is 042067. And then you would get a for sure answer as to how much grants and scholarships would be available to you. All right, so this is gonna be our last question for this video. This question is from Jake. Jake asked, how soon is it possible to be debt-free after graduation? Great question. I like where your head's at, Jake. Again, just like with the last question, the answer to this one's gonna be a little bit different from everybody. Now, the way the FAFSA school loans work is 6 months after you graduate, you'll have to start making payments on your federal school loan. They spread those payments over 10 years, so you get plenty of time to pay for it. And given the low cost of how much a welding education career path can cost you, because it is going to be a lot cheaper than a traditional college path, getting debt-free is not out of the realm of possibility for every student within 1 year of graduation. A lot of times it can be even sooner than that, depending on each student's unique circumstances. I'll use myself as an example. I took the option of hitting the road and working in the field, so I didn't really have any bills when I first got out of weld school. I just had my car payment and my car insurance, and that was about it. And I was able to have my school loans completely paid off in under 3 months just from working out in the field. As long as you're good at managing money and you understand that bills have to be paid on time, there should be no issues with paying that school loan off. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little something. Some of you may have noticed, but we actually put a questionnaire up on our social media platforms, just asking for you guys to ask questions for this video. And these were the first 5 questions that we received. So if you'd like to be involved or you'd like me to answer your question online or on a YouTube video, we'll put all of our social media links down below. That's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And definitely keep an eye out when we put up the little story asking for questions. Reach out and send us a question. We'll answer it online for you.